everyone, I hope you're all well. Today I'm having one of those days. Can't quite shake it off, unfortunately, so I'm gonna do some making and just play, and hopefully I will feel better at the end. And I'm gonna give myself a little challenge. I'm gonna make a cup, a bit like one of these, my usual kind of style and shape, and I'm gonna scale it down and see how refined I can get a small version of this cup. I'm being quite inspired by these little apples that have been falling off the apple trees as I've been walking through the village. And there's something about them as a tactile shape that feels quite sweet and quite cute and quite happy, and I want to try and mimic this within a form. I have a mellow piece of old apple that's been set and has been spalting for a little while. So I'm hoping there'll be some really interesting colours coming through this piece as well. And I have received a teeny tiny loop knife from my friend Miguel at Belzeboo craft, and I've attached it to a very long handle so I can replicate the same movements and the same motions as I usually would when I'm making the larger cups. So lots of exciting things really. A new tool, some cool wood, a new form. So I'm hoping that today will be a nice little healing exercise, and I'll check in at the end and let you know how I'm feeling. Let's get to it. that was wonderful, and I do feel a lot lighter now. I feel tired, and I put a lot of energy into this little thing, but above all I feel brighter, for sure. Sorry there, I think there's a paraglider going past. It's a bit of a day for noise. There was a lot of works happening out of the front of the workshop, and now a paraglider going past. Scaling down was tough. I knew it would be difficult, I knew it would be hard. It's a complex hollow, it's an undercut form, and it's very achievable with bigger tools and bigger cups. I find that when I make bigger things, I find it easier to process them despite using a lot more of my body. Whereas this, I use a lot less of my body, but I had to work a lot harder to get a clean finish on the inside. Everything scaled down just becomes really meticulous, and I think that's the kind of energy that I had today, and I had this almost need to be meticulous. This is a standard cup size that I'd make. I'd say it's maybe a quarter, maybe a sixth of the size. That's something quite lovely about seeing them together. I'm gonna go, but before I do, I want to say that craft is powerful. Making, whether that be woodcraft or knitting or other forms of analog craft, or just craft in general, it has this way about it where it can help you to get lost and disappear into a making flow state. This flow state is beautiful, and it's very specific to craft, and it can be quite healing. But it's also a place where people can use it as a way of avoiding and completely running away from troubles or from hardship. For me, this craft is so specific because it enables me to reflect, and it enables me to process things, and it enables me to channel negative energy with each facet as I'm processing these things, to gently confront them. And I understand that people can find it quite hard to confront things, especially when they're so complex. But for me, doing it in this gentle craft way was a positive approach to me solving bigger problems in my life. And even still today, 10 years on, and I'm still processing, and I'm still gently confronting demons. But also I'm still making. Thank you so much for your kind words and your support. If you do have any questions about this project, or any comments, do put them below. I do tend to read all of them. And thank you so much for watching along. Wherever you are, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.